Hello there, it is Tales from Studio Wildfire, back again for another Monday morning map build. So let's get started. Okay, so here's my map. Let's set up the grid and turn snap on. We're going to need some map tiles. I shall go back to the whoops, not those ones. The wilderness. Because I'm going to need some grass to start us off. So last week I made two western side of the buildings. So let's make the top northwest. So I'm going to need grass. Again, I'm just going to quickly throw down some large grassed areas. So I'll use this 5x5. This is a 3x3. Another 3x3. Because I'm just quickly doing the grassed areas. I'm not going to be needing that size, so I'll just grab a 2x2. 2x2, and then one down here. There we go. So we'll then have a wall coming around there. So let's just quickly create some folders. Just adjust things. There we go. Okay, let's call this our ground. And put all the ground in it. Oh, that's so nice. Grabbing and dropping a lot of layers all at once is a new feature in GIMP. You used to not be able to do it. I'm so glad you can do it now. Create the floor. Put that above our ground. Then we want the walls. Put that up there. And then features. So let's start with the walls. So go back to where I was. So I'm using Dungeon Map Tile 6. Okay, so where are we? Walls. Here we go. So let's just quickly throw down the outer wall, which I'm doing 2 in. So there's going to be a corner about here. I wonder if I'll put a door in this time, like I could have something out here. I might do that. So I might leave a space blank. Could just be like a little doorway. There's a washroom. There we go. So I'll just pop a little corner in there. Grab my cornerstones. Grab this one. And plonk. Oops. There we go. So, now from memory, my doorways are here and here. So let's just put in some corners. And same thing over here. So where's the center? Center is there. Oops. Here we go. So there's 2 sets of doors here, 2 sets of doors here. So I'll just block them in, and then we can do whatever we like with the internal structure. So where are my cornerstones and doorways? Okay, so grab this one. That, there. And there. Then I was doing... Oh, hang on, I'll do the other side. Just a reminder, if you want to get your hands on the maps that I build, this will eventually come out as a pack for probably Fantasy Grounds and Foundry. Not too sure about Roll20, because I've only just started making material for that platform. There we go. Okay, so I'll block out those with walls. Yes, I had my first little piece of content approved on last week for Roll20, so hopefully, cross fingers. Oh, go away, email. Where's my email program? On. Let's get rid of that. Ah. Go away. There we go. There we go. So that's got our this wall set done. Now I might put a curved wall in around here. Come on, open up. My poor old computer needs to be put out to pasture. Like all poor old pets, it needs to go to the farm. That sounds bad. Yet it's so true. So there's a curved wall there. So we're in our walls folder. So I want to have a room here. I might do the... I've got a thing for symmetry. I've got to keep trying to avoid doing everything symmetrical. So what I'll do is I'll just turn this into in a big room that comes around to here, but then a little room with a door out. I won't have a connection here, but I will have a connection down there. That sounds like a good idea to me. Should be pretty quick to put together. big room. Could be like a ballroom, dining room. Now this is where I need one of these to go here, and another one. Oh no, I'm going to have a doorway here, so I just need to cap off that. See, sometimes it can be good just to build in the walls and then build the floor to suit what your walls are. Okay, so I need cornerstones to do this. So I just need one square one on this side, and then a regular doorway here. It's that one. Yep. And then same thing over here. I should put... No, this is not going to need that. Because I only want to have cap here, straight wall there. So where's the cap on that side? There we go. We'll need a doorway pair on the outside. There. Go back. So that's there. So then we need to have a turn there. Yep. Doorway here, doorway there. So we need that one. There. And this one. Here we go. One of the things I'm planning to do a little bit later today is to create like a little demonstration video for the new adventure that I've got. That'll be coming out quite soon. Okay, so I'm going to put in some windows, so I know they need the floor. I'm also going to switch to the pick a layer option with the move tool, so it'll grab stuff that's directly under my mouse pointer. And then I'm going to look for the big windows. So here's the big window. So I want to have it go... So let's get rid of that one. And this one. Pop this in its place. Do the same thing here. But I want to keep this in the floor. Good. That's where it should be. And bring this one in here. There. Now, do I want to do it again here? Yes, I think I do. So let's knock out these sections. So I might try something. I might try and mask this wall. Let's see. So if I put this here, I want to have this one here. But see, there's a wall that comes there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can fade pardon me. Fade this corner section. So it's this one here. Okay, let's give it a mask. Okay, this will be a bit of an experiment because I'm still... Once again, I use Photoshop way more than I use GIMP. GIMP, I pretty much just use it for putting down tiles, but let's see if we can add a layer mask. grab this. We're in white. See what happens. That's looking pretty good. There we go. Excellent. So it's masked. Mask that wall so that it gets the turn in. And that looks pretty good. Let's go back to 100%. Yep. Looks good. Now I'm going to turn the pick tool off. Or back to normal. And pretty much from here, the walls are, I think they're done. Let's go back up to the top. Let's zoom this to fit the page. Fill window. Okay, so we're going to do here, here. So we're not quite done with the walls, so let's add in that piece. So 2 flat bits. There we go. And over here. There. So that's our walls done. And we'll have, I'll pop in some doors now. So where are our doors? Doors. Simple door, here we go. Now we want to turn this around clockwise. Oops. So that's got the hinge on the right side, so it would hinge this way. Now I can just down to, actually I'll use a slightly open version. Okay, let's layer, transform, rotate, counterclockwise, and then we'll flip it. Flip it vertically. Flip vertically. There we are. So that's now facing the right way. Pop that there. That looks, looks a bit different to just being straight closed. Okay, pop another door there. This one I will flip again. So let's go layer, flip horizontal, and just pop him in there. Okay, so that's the features. Let's go to our floor and just start to fill it in. So this could be a washroom or something. Okay, so our brick floor. Now the interesting thing here is that I need to put in like a little entrance here. So I'll do like a set of steps. I use the standard staircase. Only like 1 or 2 steps. Where is it? We only got like 3 and then 1. Oh. So let's use this one. So there we go. Actually, I will use 3. It just looks better, more interesting. Now where's the corner? There we are. There. So we've got a set of steps that come up to here. What do I have? So we've got some dirt floor, muddy ground, stony ground. What if I do... just try something. Let's put these into a special folder. So what I'm doing will become clear in a moment. So let's call this dirt. So this may or may not look right. In fact, it probably will look bad, but you know, you have to experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fade. Same thing I did here. But I'm going to use a pen to do it. Pen, not a pan. Come on. Okay, so that's good there. So we come up to here. Let's add in a layer mask. Add. Now I want a paintbrush. Or do I want an airbrush? So let's change our brush size. Now I'm drawing with white in the dirt layer, in the mask for the dirt layer, so I should get this dirt. So the whole idea is that, you know, people come out the door actually going to switch this to black, because by using black I will be not erasing, but masking. So I'll just there we go. Looks like we've got a bit of dirt just in front of the door. Okay, so let's continue blocking in our... That's a quick way of just, you know, adding a bit of difference. So let's get back to blocking in our floor. So back to our brickwork floor. And just... fill it in. So I'm going to use the pattern to in here and up in through there. But do I have do I have large? No, I never made large pieces. They're just 1 by 1. The 2 by 2 were the largest that I made. So let's just... floor, good. Actually, I should probably... Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll make it go around the very edge. I'll make it chop in here. Actually, I could do that. Okay, and there we go. So like that. Then, if we use this one. So to make it turn back, we need, it's this one. Oops. Just put it back to move instead of pick. Still in the floor folder. Okay, so then we need this one again. And that one. Oop, come on. There we go. So it sort of zigzags to here. Just had it a moment ago. Where'd it go? Here it is. So, and then so just put in the corners, corner, and up the top, which is that one. There we go. Now I need a straight. Yes, I'll probably live stream when I go and add the dynamic lighting in Fantasy Grounds and Foundry when I do this up, so that people can see how I make a mess of it. No, it's not. Sometimes my computer doesn't like to recognize that I've dragged and dropped. Sometimes it sort of like goes, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm old, why are you making me do these complex things? You should just let me gather dust in the corner in my retirement as an old PC. There we go. So there's a room. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll do something. Okay, so we're going to do this big room, round through here. Because my idea is that I'm going to render up the inside. So this is the like the template. This is the base texture, and then I'll like 3D render tables and chairs and things that go inside. Now the problem I've got is we've got these lit up areas, so I might let's take that away, grab this, bring it down here. the best option, but it will do. Okay. Do I want it to go all the way around, or do I want it to sort of go to here and go to there? Yeah, I will. So we want to come back. And we want to use this one. Come back like that, and then back along there. So I'm going to be doing starting to write the content for my next adventure module, which will be the Trader's Way. It's a big road that runs around the top surface of the world of the cube, and it is, as the name suggests, it is a major trading route between the large settlements and the small ones, and it is a big, it's a big landmark feature that travelers and adventurers use to navigate and get around, since you can't use compasses in the world of the cube because they all point north. Magnetic north is always the center of the cube, which makes travel interesting. Oops. That's why pick mode can be a little bit of a hazard, because it will just grab what was under it. So let's get out of the walls, go back to there. There we go. Yeah, so the Trader's Way will be interesting. The adventurers will meet a trade caravan, and they can join it, learn a few things about the new world that they're stuck in. Now I've used this one already. Yep. Use this one. No, I've already used that one. Use this one. Oh, didn't that delete? Where is it? Oh, what's going on here? That's the one I want to use. But why have I got this one here? Let's get rid of you. There we go. And this level is almost complete. A fully armed and operational map level. Got to put in a bit of wall. So that's the floor, pretty much done. Close that. Put in a last bit of wall. go. There we are. So let's just zoom out. Where's that zoom? Fit in window. There we go. So there's our level. Oh, missing a piece here. How did I miss that? Go back. And back to our brick floor. Come on. And we need... Pardon me. There. Now we're complete. So, I'm just going to save this to my project and then make another one. So where am I saving to? I think I've got it in here. Endless dungeon crawl. There we go. I have way too many projects on the go at once. Okay, so this is a ground floor. This is a northwest corner. Save. Huh? Copy. Did I use the file? Save as. Thank you. Projects drive. Dropbox. Projects. And endless dungeon crawl. Paste. Save. There we go. I must have used the wrong thing. And then I'll save a JPEG. Export as. Go for a JPEG. There we go. So this is the northwest corner, 001. Export. Cool. And export. So, let's make another one. So I'm just going to nuke the folders and start again. I think that's what I need, so let's go ground. Floor. Walls. And features. That is our set of folders. So again, let's start with the grassed area. So I'm doing a 2 by 2 square wide grass area around the building. And I'm using the wilderness map tiles, grass tiles expansion to quickly do it. So I'm using the 2 by 2. So this will be just a standard piece. Or actually, I could make like an entry. What shall I do? Okay, so that is our outer grassed area. Let's do a wall. Just quickly block in the wall. Okay, so let's start over here. And we're just heading straight across. Question becomes, could I do something interesting for an entranceway? So if I do 2, I actually do 3. Oh, I can hear a little doggo getting ready to do a bark. Yeah, there she goes. Oh, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, doggos have been placated. Gotta love doggos that love to bark at delivery people. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. 10-foot curved walls might be too big. So curves in to an entrance. In like that. And actually, pardon me, let's put some windows, small ones, just here. There we go. Let me pop them down into the floor because they have the floor on them. Like that. Okay. So then have a set of double doors here. An entry. So let's put cornerstones on this. Like that. And like that. And then let's come into here. I think if we to make this an interesting entryway, so it comes into so it's going to have some exits. Or actually make it a one doorway here, doorway here. Because I'm thinking I want all staircases to be in the middle. So there's only going to be one staircase per tile in the middle. Because if I start putting them in, like, you know, corners and stuff, it creates too much variation you have to compensate for. But if I go in the middle, but do I want it a staircase on the level you come in on? No. No, no, no. Let's rethink this. Curved wall, yes. Big one. Like that, I think. And we have doorway, which can use this. And on the other side, this one. There we go. So they come in, big double doors. This I like. Whoops. Where are my double doors? So have them slightly ajar, transparent, flip vertical. There we go. That's our doorway. So that should go into features. Let's pop in some simple doors. So transform clockwise. there, and so I'll do anti-clockwise, and then I'll flip it over. There we go. Pop that there. So my doors are in the features folder. Okay. Back to my walls. Now, I think this will be interesting because I'm going to have, again, let's put in where the doorways come in, which is going to divide up the rooms again. So I know the corners go like this. There and there. Then I use this one here. Like so. So that comes down there. This will come in here. Hopefully I'm in the right place. Could be wrong. So 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's right. Cool, cool, cool. So this could be a special tile. Going between the levels. Oops. And then I need to do this. There we go. Getting there. So I'm gonna have a doorway here. Because I was thinking one thing, I could have a big staircase running around there. But again, I think that gets back to the idea that if I do a big staircase, all of them have to have big staircase, all in that position. Don't want that. I want staircase in the middle, right that intersection. Well, that intersection, not there. Oh dear. Have I got a barking doggo again? I can hear a little dog going woof. Problem is, when this dog starts barking, it doesn't stop. Okay. So, I need a door over here. There, and there, and 2 here. Question becomes, should I link doorways to these 2 rooms? Thinking I should. There we go. Oops. Go, done, done, done. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of masking trickery with this and this one to make these match up. Or I could just have the room. Do that? No. No, 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 no. So if I put in... there and there, and then the 2 big pieces, which will be this one, which comes around like that, and then is it this one? It comes around here like that. So I'm then going to need to sort of fade this pieces in. So let me just quickly whack these ones in. So I'm going to need that one, because it comes around there, and this one comes around here, like that. So I'll cap that. And need to put in caps there. There we go. So at the top, I now need the 5-foot curves, which is this one. So you can see I need to fade that, but let me get the other one in first. There. So let's try and mask. Add layer mask. Add. So it's going to hide the lot. Not really what I want, but let's zoom in. Get back to our airbrush tool. So we want to be on white. Yep. So let's make it a little bit smaller. And do that. And down here, something similar. There we go. So I could, let me just do the same over here. Then I'll finesse them a little bit. just make the airbrush smaller. Then just sort of adjust the edging a bit. Oops, come. Helps if I draw in the right layer. And that. Let's go to View, Zoom, Wonder. Looks good. Looks like what I want. Excellent. Let's quickly chuck in a few doors. And then it's the floor. And that'll be another piece done. And then I shall break for lunch. Food, glorious food. Okay, where are my doors? Come over this side. Now I want to flip that around. There we go. And shall I just leave this open? No. And there we go. Okay, so let's go View, Zoom, Fit Image in Window. Now to do our floor. So let's go and collapse and go to our floor. So we shall have steps coming in here. So I'll have to mask them. So let's pop them in their own folder. Call it front door steps. Because it'd be easier if I just mask the whole thing. Go back. Brickwork floor and steps. Staircase. Oh, wrong one. That's the one I want. Should be able to get away with just doing this. So I'll have it start out there. And I might do the dirt trick again. Actually, I'm going to have to mask that and that. So let's come back and do that and that and this. There we go. Okay, so we're then going to go to add a layer mask, and I'm going to edit, fill. There we go. Select none. That's our mask done. Actually, do I have a road that I could put in there? Let's have a look at that in a moment. Oop. Okay, start filling the rest of the rooms. Oops. I've still got the masking tool, the selection tool selected. Okay, so pop that there. So I am going to have to mask this. There we go. Like that, actually. So, because I've got a little bit of overlap here, let's just call this Room A. And all this goes in Room A. Yep. And then we mask Room A. Add layer mask. Add. And then we go edit, fill, and then select none. And that's fixed up that mask. Although my question now is, why is my door underneath? Which tells me my door is not in my features folder. There we go. Put them back there. So the question now is, where are these doors? Features, good. Okay, let's come back to this. So let's call room B. Nope, I don't want it nested there. I want it here. There we go. Oops. Clicked the wrong window. There we go. So, oh, I need a bit there. Plonk. Now to add layer mask. Fill. Select. Deal none. Okay, that is our 2 rooms done, masked up, so they're not overlapping other pieces. Now let's quickly fill in here. So let's do something interesting. This is probably going to require masking again. So put it back there. Oh. Call this room C. And come on. Let's do a polka dot. Oop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate the dark ones and the lightly coloured tiles. So polka dot pattern. Just for in this little circular courtyardy entrance. Then we jump down to these ones. The pinky marble. There we go. Makes an interesting pattern. Now to mask this room. And there. So again, fill with white. And selection none. There we go. Now, if I just fill this room, these 2 rooms, under these, I shouldn't need to mask it. That at least is the plan. Back to move. Back up. So I'll just do that, and then some polka dots, and there. Today seems to be the day for delivery drivers, as the doggos doing a woof. A lot. goes in there, and then a piece down the bottom. And then fill in. Like that, and use this one. Oops. Just like that. And fill there. There's a little tiny bit of peek through that's going to need a tile under it. Right there. Do it over this side. Okay. And then like so. Where's the pink tiles? Oh, puppy, stop barking. Just a delivery person. Oh, puppy, come on. And over the other side. Oops. Almost done. So we need to turn that there and down the bottom. Like so, and oh, is it this one? This one. Done, and done. And then just to fill it in. And then this map will be complete. Well, except for this bit. There we go. So I might find a road. Where have I got a road? A road. I think the Wilderness Map Tiles has a chunky road. the rocky road. Indeed. Excellent. So, let's see if I can get rid of that. Let's take that out. Take that out. And remove that. Okay. Let's make it this wide. Give it a bit of a... So it sort of does this. Yep. I think that works. Do it on the same, on the other side. Problem being that I've got a tile that is in the way. There we go. Now I have to... It is quite a chunky bit of road. There are some chunky rocks. There we go. And there. So that should do us for a bit of road. And we just fill in these two bits. And there we go. There's our entrance. Or one of them. Cool. So let's just save it out. And I can be done and have some lunch. Thank you for watching. Or for those of you who stuck around, thank you for watching. If you like my work, please like, subscribe. It all helps. The maps will be available on Patreon quite soon. Thank you for watching.